Officials are working diligently to make this year's edition of the Sinkers Music Festival a 40-20 friendly one that is allowing the smoking of cannabis and other substances in a designated area of the festival compound. The festival comes under the Ministry of Tourism, which wants to use the 40-20 attribute in promoting the festival. But before that can occur, legislators must first pass the bill in the National Assembly of St. Kitts and Nevis. Minister Marshall Henderson talks about the 40-20 Friendly Music Festival at the first of several planned press conferences for the music festival.
We will have a bill, an act, once it's passed, designated for certain public places as smoking areas, for which the Warner Park Stadium on the Mound will be what we call the Smokers Lounge. Of course, this is an introduction. It's a groundbreaking initiative with a unique and exclusive space to enjoy smoking of cigarettes, cigar, vapes, and of course, cannabis. For us, we are breaking barriers and setting new standards in the live music industry. Preparing, of course, in the Ministry of Tourism, as the music festival is a part of the overall tourism product, as we prepare to emerge for the market of cannabis tourism, which has the potential to stimulate the local economy and create a niche in the tourism industry. We see this as a pilot project. Of course, the first major music festival in the OECS is our music festival here in St. Kitts, and we are happy to embrace a cannabis-friendly festival environment.
According to the minister, enabling 40-20 is part of ensuring the constitutional rights of citizens. But when asked about the constitutional rights of nearby residents not wanting to be affected by the 40-20 activities, she expressed the view that they would not be affected.
As it relates to the balancing of constitutional rights and the safety of our citizens, the harsh reality is that people come to the music festival and they smoke nonetheless. This is not the first time that persons are going to be puffing, as you say. The ACP will tell you they can stay from their command post and see where the smoke is coming from. So the reality is that we have persons who come to the festival and smoke in the crowd. I think that is what causes the issues. However, the strategic positioning of the lounge will allow the smoke to go into a direction because it's on the northern side of the mound, and at the back of the football field, it's unoccupied, it's not in use. The food court is actually on the other side. And I think it was the ACP who told me that that is enough distance. We walked the venue and it just goes into the air. It doesn't travel like the Canadian smoke that came down to New York from the wildfires. It just disappears, whether it's cigarettes, vape, or cannabis. It just goes a certain distance, and we're utilizing that end of the venue so that the smoke travels on the back of the football field, which is not occupied. The houses are actually over on Nevis Street and Victoria Road, which is further down. I don't ever think that house is occupied, but the residents of Nevis Street are a distance away from the lounge. So the persons likely to be affected, if at all, would be if we have patrons smoking within the crowd.
The 2023 St. Kitts Music Festival is scheduled to begin on Thursday, 22nd June at the Warner Park Sports Complex in Basse-Terre. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.